and hopefully watching it. This is going to be a Q&A video. Basically what happened was I put on my Instagram a while back asking for, like, saying I'm going to do a video on talking about my pregnancy with Brooke and having her like super young, which I did, and that is like just went out like a couple of days ago, so go and check that out if you've not already seen it. But basically I didn't put these questions in it because already like I chatted so much crap that it was so long already. So I decided that I would do another video, just me doing the question and answers, and also like in the last video I probably like addressed some of these questions already, so the ones that I like kind of already addressed I'm just gonna like fire through. But yeah, I watch her as Brooke in my bed at night. I told this story in the last video, but I basically was in bed at night, lay there, didn't realise I was in labour, I was in so much pain, had to stand up because I was in that much pain, and thought I was peeing myself, and just my water's breaking all over my bedroom floor. Is Brooke proud of you? So I plan to do this Q&A in the other video, so I have a clip of that, and then when I asked her, oh my god, listen to me hiccupping. When I asked her, are you proud of your mummy, she said yes. So how did your family react? So basically, different. My like, kind of what you call like aunties and uncles and like kind of like not super close family, like not like the family you live with that I lived with. They were all like just really supportive. Nobody like, obviously I know they all had opinions, like of course they did, because I was 14. I should have said that in case this is the first video that somebody's clicked on of mine. Basically, I'm Shannon, I'm 18, but I had my daughter when I fell pregnant with my little girl when I was 14 and had her when I was 15. She's now 3. Her name's Brooke. So basically they were all very supportive, like very nice, like just obviously nothing was said to me, but obviously I know they had opinions, like of course they did, like that's fine. But my close family, like who I lived with, like my mum and my dad, it was obviously a huge shock for them. It was just shock, and my mum was pretty angry at first. My dad, not right away, wasn't super angry right away, he just seemed to be like very in shock, and then, well, it didn't show me that he was angry at first, and then told me that they would support me. Then when I made the decision that I was obviously going to keep Brooke, then there was like a long period of time where like it was just like they didn't speak to me, like really like just didn't want to speak to me, which is obviously understandable, but I was just kind of ignored for a while till they got their heads around it. My sister, yeah, she was the same, just completely ignored me for a while until she got her head around it, which is quite sad, obviously. Oh, look at me, I'm getting emotional. I shouldn't be doing this while drinking wine. She says it's takes another gulp. Did people treat you differently? Yeah, of course people treated me differently. Like at any age when you have a baby, like you change as a person, so you're going to be treated differently. But I changed so much. Like my family treated me differently, obviously, because like I had to be an adult, I had to be treated like an adult. At that point I was only 14 and like had adult responsibilities. Yeah, of course people treated me differently. Somebody said, did people treat you differently, like and like people in general, like not family, not friends? Yeah, like people, oh Jesus, people that didn't know me when obviously like being heavily pregnant, like when it was obvious that I was heavily pregnant, people treated me awfully, to be honest. Like, and like fair enough, people have their opinions, but this is something I've talked about before, like having opinions. Like I just don't understand people who can have the balls to like just say stuff to somebody that they've never met and don't know anything about. Like, I'm not being funny, right, but people in the public like didn't know me, didn't know how I'd got myself into that situation. But basically, right, I'm going to divert and tell you a story, right? And I've told this story so many times because at the time I was just so hurt by it and so shocked by it. But like looking back now, I pure wish I'd had the balls to like speak up for myself and been like answered back, because like nobody has the right to put you down, like nobody, like no. But basically I was getting on a bus one day and I was heavily pregnant, like it was visible that I was pregnant, and I got on the bus, and this bus driver, like he'd never met me before, and he called me a slag, right, and I'm heavily pregnant and emotional, and I just was like, what, like it was obvious I was super young, and like I just got on the bus and burst out greeting, like I sat in a chair and burst out greeting, like I just cried in the bus, because like why did he have to do it? Why couldn't he have just thought in his head, wow, like what a little slag, like, and not say it to me? Or like there was another time in town centre, like this was after having Brooke in my local shopping centre. I was pushing Brooke, and I had basically on a Tuesday I had a young mums group after school, so I would just get Brooke back after school. I'd be in my school uniform obviously, and then head up to the young mums group in my school uniform. But like, see the way that looks, like people, like I just don't understand people that like I could have just been a sister, like I could have been her big sister. Obviously I'm not, but I could have been. But people who don't know me don't know that I'm not her big sister. But this old man one time like shouted what kind of example are you setting for your child and all that, and like just pure shouting at me like in the middle town centre. And like this carried on like a good for like until she got like older, and obviously now I don't wear a school uniform and like that, so it's not as obvious how young I am, or like I'm not actually so young anymore, like the shock factor's not there anymore. But like Brooke was super clever super early, and like she clicked onto people being horrible, like, and that's just not nice. Imagine shouting at somebody when they're with a child, like that's disgraceful. And anyway, I've diverted, but still people did treat me differently, and that's all I got to say about it. But moving on. Did you ever consider abortion? No, I didn't consider abortion. I've addressed this before, but I didn't. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not against abortion or anything like that. But for me, I could just never, especially when I seen her, like the first time I seen her in a scan, she was like an actual baby. So no, I don't disagree with abortion or anything like that. Just me, definitely not, I couldn't. And like, I do feel like that the age that you can have abortions, at like how many weeks you are, it's awful. Like, I was 18 weeks, so I was 4.5 months pregnant when I found out I was pregnant with Brooke. That's halfway through like a full-term pregnancy, and I was still able to have an abortion if I wanted to. Like, I would have had to given birth to a baby that was dead because if I'd had an abortion. Like, I just don't think that's right, personally. I think, like, don't get me wrong, people can have abortions, like, it's their opinion, that's their decision, but I just think at that stage in pregnancy it shouldn't be allowed. Like, as a baby, like, I feel, well, I'm like, this is gonna sound so bad, like, let me put this in a sentence. I think the age limit, like the weeks you're pregnant, should go down a bit, because at 18 weeks it just shocked me to know that this actual baby that I was seeing on the screen, I could have like gotten rid of, and it just shocked me. So that's just my opinion. So yeah, just summing this up in case people get the wrong idea. Like, I think it's like God knows how many weeks, but how many weeks pregnant you can still have an abortion. But I think that the weeks that you're allowed to have an abortion and pregnancy should be brought down a bit, because I was just shocked that I could have an abortion at 18 weeks, considering what she looked like at 18 weeks. I'm not going to do the pure questions that are like just all about the kind of stuff that I've talked about in the previous video. Somebody said, from a friend, how do you do it? And this is one of the really nice things. I didn't take down like all the compliments and stuff like that people were giving me, because I just thought I'm not going to like pure big head myself. But this one was just really nice, and honestly, thank you. And I've struggled with Brooke, especially recently, which will be very clear in my previous videos. Yeah, the reason I keep trying, and the reason I kept Brooke, and the reason I didn't give up in the start, was because of her. Like, I just don't, like, the love that I feel for that girl is unbelievable, and the fact that it's just us two, like, she relies on me and me solely, and that's my reason, like, that's how I do it. First symptoms, do you remember that? First symptoms of pregnancy were, it's funny to think, Oh jeez, I can't breathe. What were your first symptoms of pregnancy? Like, this is dead funny because obviously, like, now looking back, I know they were pregnancy symptoms, but like at the time I was like, I didn't. Obviously, basically I would come into school in the morning and say like to my friends, oh guys, I've not had my period in ages, and they'd be like, oh yeah, it's just like you're just growing, like it's fine, it'll get regular soon. Or guys, I was really sick this morning. Or like oh, I'm getting dead fat, like some of my stuff just isn't fit me and I don't know why I'm getting so fat, like that kind of stuff. One time as well, I lay on my stomach, didn't know I was pregnant yet, and I felt something like moving down in my stomach. Like obviously it was a baby kicking me because I was laying on my front, but looking back I was like, oh my god, that was her kicking me for like one of the first times, and I don't know, weird. How did you stay motivated to carry on education? I just have, like, as I said, like recently I've struggled with it, but at the start, with Brooke going back to school was made kind of easy for me because of how supportive my school was, and I'll never go over that. Like, they're just the best, like so supportive and really helped me out. Like, I wouldn't have done so well in my exams if I hadn't been at that school. And like, I have a plan, like I just really want better for me and Brooke. I want to have a career to be able to support her and support myself, like without any help, do you know what I mean? How did you deal with school and people in school? I think this means like when I was pregnant, or like after, like basically like after a while, like when I was pregnant with Brooke, I didn't really pay attention to what people were saying. Obviously, like I'd like walk around the corridors and people would shout stuff at me, but I had really good friends at the time who like really stuck up for me. And like the judgment and stuff like that, like I didn't pay attention because like you can't, like I had something way more bigger going on, way bigger, so I couldn't pay attention to it. And after having Brooke, like Brooke was in school all the time, and like I feel as if like it just became normal. Really. Were you in a relationship? Yes, I was. We broke up, me and my boyfriend broke up a week before I found out I was pregnant. Did her dad meet her? Yeah, her dad did meet her when she was born. But then we were both super young and he decided that it wasn't for him, and cool. Hardest part about being a mum so young? Money. Now money, I would say definitely money. Now that I'm so young and I've got Brooke and I'm trying to pay for like everything that she does, the flat, the bills that I need to pay, my stuff, clothes, everything, money now. But at the time when I was super young and I was still at school and she was, and we lived at home like with my mum and dad, it would have been hardest part would have been like I lost all my pals at one point, and I just was like, do you know what, even now, like just loneliness, like don't get me wrong, like she's the best, like she's my best friend, but she's only 3, so she's like got a limited chat, do you know what I mean? But like there was a time when after I had her I lost all my pals, obviously. Like there's this like point in my life when I basically, like when she was really totty, she was crying like a lot, and I tried to phone my mum to ask her like what do I do, like I can't get her talking, and my mum said, she's your child, Shannon, you need to sort this, I'm not going to be there to help you all the time, and hung up on me. I tried to phone my friends were in school, I wasn't because I was still off with her, they were all in school. I tried to phone her dad at the time and he changed his number, and honestly like I just felt so isolated, like I felt like just pure alone. And even now, like it does, like sometimes when she does stuff that's dead funny, like I think that's why I'm constantly like I do stuff like this or like post constantly on social media, because like you just want to share it with somebody, and there's like nobody, when you're a single young mum, there's like nobody to share it with, which is quite sad. That's probably the hardest part. How was your labour? My labour, I've already told this story, my labour was fast, painful, sicky, but if you want to hear more about that, check out the last video. Did you know the sex of Brooke, and did you want a girl? I wanted a girl, I'm not gonna lie. At the time I was like, as long as it's healthy, but I didn't want a girl. I was so happy when I found out she was a girl. I didn't find out our sex right away, because obviously right away I was just shocked to have a baby, let alone know what gender. But I found out that she was pregnant at the next scan, in my second scan. Did I say that she was pregnant? I found out that she was a girl in the second scan. I don't know what I said there, but... And yeah. Did you breastfeed? Yeah, I did. Right at the start I breastfed for... can't even remember how long. Not pure long. I gave it a good shot. I kind of wish I'd kept trying longer. But she was early. Like a month early, so she was really lazy and really tired. And just like... wouldn't take the milk. Like she was struggling to stay awake to drink the milk, so it was just easier to have a bottle at one point. But I tried my hardest with breastfeeding. Did you give birth naturally? Did you have any medication, and were you scared? I did give birth naturally. I didn't have any medication except gas and air, and I was freaking petrified. How were you different before you had Brooke? I was different in the sense I didn't care. But I didn't care in a way that like I was a little cow, like honestly I wasn't a nice wee lassie. I was like needy. I was out drinking all the time. I was out smoking all the time. I was patching school. I was getting in trouble. Yeah. Basically before Brooke I just was an idiot. And then after I had Brooke I cared about stuff. I cared about something. I cared about school. I cared about my future. Like pre-Brooke I wanted to leave school as soon as possible. I hated school. Didn't want to be there. Didn't have any plans for my future. I wanted to leave school and do nothing. I had no plans, but I wanted to leave school. But after Brooke, obviously, it was like, I need to stay at school. I need to get exams. I need to do my exams. I need to get my qualifications. I need to have a career here. Yeah. What advice would you give to young girls? Like, I'm taking it as young girls that are pregnant. And, or like, basically, I wouldn't... And it says, would you recommend, the next one is like, would you recommend having a baby at that age? That was from the same person. But basically, no, I wouldn't recommend having a baby at this age. I wouldn't change it for the world now. But I do wish I had a career under my belt and had like loads of money coming in. But I wouldn't change it now because we're best friends now. Like she's my bestie and I would be lost without her. And advice I would give to young girls who are already in that situation, like actually fuck everybody else. Like you can do it. Like see if you put, like, I don't see how, as long as you love that child and you're doing your best for that child, no different to being 40 to 14, to be honest, in my opinion. Do you want more kids in the future? Yes, definitely. I didn't get to enjoy my pregnancy because it was so stressy. I was so like, it was as if I wasn't really allowed to be happy about it. If I seemed to be happy about being pregnant, it would have been a load of judgment. People would have think I'd like planned it, that kind of thing. I was just always constantly worried about what people thought about me. And I was only really technically pregnant for 3.5 months because she was early and I didn't find out till halfway through. So I didn't really get to enjoy it. So I'd love to have another baby. I'd love to, like, in the future obviously, I would totally have more kids. Not now. Best thing about being pregnant. Best thing about being pregnant, like I said, I didn't really get to enjoy my pregnancy, but the best thing, I don't know, just the experience of it. I kind of wish I'd enjoyed it more. Who knows, maybe I'll have more in the future. Last question was, how did your friends react? My friends, right, it's weird because we've all grown up now, like all the people that I was friends with at the time, but when I had Brooke, everybody, like my friends were really supportive. Obviously excited because there was a new baby coming, like it's exciting. And then we kind of all fell out, like cause like I stopped getting invited out because I couldn't go out all the time. But don't get me wrong, I don't hold grudges about it and anything like that, because And I've said this before, but it's just because, like, I was so young and, like, they had a completely different lifestyle. Like, even now, like, I have friends now that are, like, so amazing, like, they're so good because they kind of accept, like, not accept, because, like, they love Brooke, basically. I think, honestly, sometimes they would rather spend time with Brooke more than me, but you don't have kids, like, they don't, then they didn't get it, and my friends now, like, are obviously getting it more, but, like, I was the only one to have a child, obviously, so you could do whatever they want, whenever they wanted, and I couldn't, so it was just hard. I basically lost my friends at one point, then got other friends who are amazing. But we've all grown up now, so you know. And yeah, that's pretty much all the questions, and I've just started chatting rubbish for about God knows how long.